G'day, greetings and salutations, and welcome back to Space Engineers. Yeah, that's the right game. And I have finally built a ship that isn't just a copying or a recreation of another ship. I have no plan for this, so I'm just going to turn around and I'm standing. And I forgot what I was going to say, so I'm just winging it at this point. This is the... oh, what was its name again? The Terrak. I made it, I can't even pronounce it. The Terrak Heavy Combat Cruiser. And you can see why it's heavy combat. There's a good, 28 Gatling guns, 12 missile launchers, and 8 rocket launchers at the forward here. I'll show you. And right there. And I'll say this thing packs one hell of a punch. And there's another variation over there. This is the current generation, I guess you could say. I'm lost for words, so just bear with me. Yeah, well, gravity generator. Yeah, so Gatling guns, okay, count yourself for item description or some bull. Oh, but yeah, where was I gonna... I'm not good at this YouTube thing. Why do I even keep doing it? I don't know, because I can. Shut up. Yeah, story behind this ship is, first try on First try on multiplayer. Me and a friend mucking around testing if it would work on Direct Connect. I turned off my jetpack, and we testing around, and just spur of the moment started building ships. Didn't even mention anything. Just we both started building ships to blow each other up. And I built this. Well, actually, I built something more like that, which is the older variation. As you can see, a lot less armaments and just smaller design. And yes, the whole thing is heavy armor. It would be a bitch to take it down. Actually, I did take these. I can't do combat with fraps running, or else my computer would just cry and die and melt and explode and Armageddon everyone's, etc, etc. But I did put these two up in combat, and for about a good 10, remind you, my computer was slowing down because it was crying, but good 10, maybe 15 minutes, though it was still shooting. This one still had, this is the old version, it still had reactors and gyros and engines. All its weapons were gone, but it only has 6. But if I put these two up against and fight each other, it would be a pretty long fight. And I keep my finger up like you can see me. With a point, yeah, you can see me. Whatever. This is built just as a pure combat vessel, which is why it's a heavy cruiser, and it has no interior to speak of. And by the way, it doesn't actually have its own gravity field. That's that guy down there. If you want to add a gravity field like here or here, you can. If you hold on, and that's it. No, I don't have the gravity generator selected. No, I do not. Here you go. There. There. Now it has a gravity field. I'd recommend getting rid of that because. Well, I'll show you. Oh, shoot. Well, weapons right there. So. Yeah, I should explain why there's no system there. But yeah. Is here, that's down there, I'll show you that in a second. This is the, this is basically just for looks. This is a phony bridge, a fake bridge if you will, or a science bridge. But this is mostly just here because, well, a ship without a bridge doesn't look like much. If you're just cruising around without anyone, you could probably just sit around like this. Oh, and there's all the, well, mouse. Where are you, mouse? Oh, screw it. I forget how to control my mouse. Ah, whatever. Bottom right, there's all the systems about it. Quite heavy, decent amount of reactors, 126 gyros, and 51 thrusters. No hidden thrusters either. What you see is what is on the ship. And a couple of gyros, and down here is the actual bridge, the combat bridge. The dog. And this is actually spectator mode. Didn't turn it. No, it did not. Sure, spectator mode didn't stop my recording or something. But as you can see in here, this is rather decently deep inside the ship. Giddy. Oh yeah, it's not exactly... Oh, wrong button. What am I pushing? This one. I should take it out for a little bit of a spin. Scroll out. My mouse is broken. Give me a second. And I'll show you the ship systems. Just lights off on whatever you want to do with them. Weapons, I have them off because they do actually take their frame rate down because it's a good 30, 40 weapons, including the ones at the front. And then we have a mass drive, as you probably saw in out. wrong button again. You see in spectator mode, its main propulsion is this a, yeah, its main propulsion is mass drive, or grav drive, or however you want to pronounce it. My brain died again. I am terrible at commenting. This is why I'm not an actor. I just want to go back to F6 and fly it around a bit. It's actually extremely maneuverable. I'll show you this. For the fact that it's entirely heavy armor, it turns pretty damn well. And mass drive generators, and mass drive activates everything, and I clicked anyway, just being stupid. Mass drive gens, just in case you want to go in reverse or forward or whatever. Is it even on? Yes, it's on. Oh. As you can see, it does go... If I turn off inertia, with mass drive enabled, it actually does go decently fast. I gotta keep my voice up. It does actually go rather decently fast. Inertia. There's a decently fast. Maneuverability is average, although with the mass drive it does have a good straight line speed. Without it, it's about a brick. And I think my mass has moved. It seems not as good as it should be. I'll check on that before I publish it. Or just publish it, fix the A1. Yeah. Now, stop the ship, please. No. Now, wait for about 5 years to stop it. And just fly over to ship, and it's still going. It is, I've taken it into combat, this thing. Main purpose, go in there, do a lot of damage, and stay in as long as possible. And it is, for what it does and how many weapons it has, it is an extremely small ship. And for those of you who play EVE Online, you'll notice it does look like a Rifter somewhat. I did not notice that, someone pointed it out to me. And that actually wasn't intentional. I really realised afterwards that it looks like it does actually look like a Rifter to some extent, even the bridge is in the right place. What was I about to do? I don't know. Don't push F9, that will stop the recording. But as you can see down the bottom right, it's not extremely maneuverable without the mass drive. Which is why I added it in the first place, as most of my ships now have mass drive. And mass drive sounds cooler than grav drive, so that's what I call it. Oh, yeah, get out of here and... Oh yeah, and this is the only cargo access in the whole ship because of the design. Spectator. Slow down, I want to slow down. Mouse! Thank you. Due to how compact everything is, as you can see, there is gyros in the thruster bays, engines are there. Where am I? Oh, this is an engine. I thought I left a gap in the system. No, I did not. Everything is up. There is bulkheads between most of the important systems. Each reactor has a bulkhead around it, so you can't just take out a reactor and shoot up the entire side of the ship. Like I said, a good 10-15 minutes of shooting at this ship with itself, and it was still holding strong. It had only just gotten through the gyros in the front. As you can see here, gyros. And unfortunately, I could not get a conveyor system hooked up to these turrets without sacrificing a decent amount of interior space and mass drive, making the mass drive very weak and suffering armor difficulties. As you can see, there's not really much space to get a conveyor through here without taking out the armor. But you could, if actually, I'll add it like this. If you want to add a conveyor system, it doesn't look like it'd be too difficult, but you would lose armor around key areas because you would have to feed it back to the reactors. But each turret has its own cargo container, so you would have to load it manually. And I haven't actually played Survival much, so I don't know how much these can carry, but yeah, these are here. And I've probably been recording too long, so I may actually just cut this. You know what? Let's make my computer die. I'm going to cut to turn on the weapons. Weapons are on. Mass drive active. I gotta actually no, weapons off for a second. This. Now I gotta actually get over there. Yeah. Oh, lag spike. But I forgot to clean the weapons to actually make them shoot at stuff. I didn't want them shooting at my other ship. Change the ownership. And I think my mass drive's a little bit... seems to be pushing me down just a pinch. Gotta figure out what's going on there. But yeah, as long as the weapons don't get blown up, the forward weapons can do a decent amount of damage. Yeah, inertia's on. I can slow down a little bit. I am not slowing down. Alright, just fire. Does a significant amount of damage, and as you can see by my frame rate, and... Whoa, close call. Not close enough to actually shoot. Oh dear. I did this before! Nope, up. This is... Well, I guess I'll see you later if I'm dying. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Goodbye. Okay, everything's fine. I didn't just have to reload the game because I screwed up the thing. I did not crash into an asteroid just now. Did not screw the ship up. Nothing happened. You saw nothing. And I realized how long I've been recording. I should hurry this up. If you want to go and download it now from the Steam Workshop, go ahead, because the rest of this video is just going to be just a minute or two of very laggy shooting, just to show you how much death this thing can rain downfield. Because it's more in the class of a destroyer, but it's more in the size and weight and defense of a cruiser, so heavy cruiser. It's a heavy cruiser. Shut up, it's my ship, I'll call it what I want. And so I'll just push the buttons and activate the power. If the recording stops right now, you know why. No outro, so good. Well, I guess my outro is blowing stuff up, so I guess I'll deal with that. F8. No. Well, you probably won't be able to hear my voice after this, so this is going to be about a minute of shooting, and then the video will end. If you want to cut off now and download it, or leave a like or subscription, or I don't like asking for that. Don't make me do that again. Just turn the shit on.